Mae gennym ni ymhywys trawstoriad o mathau wahanol o ysgolion. Mae gennym ni ysgolion arbennig, mae gennym ni ysgolion efo ddwy ffrwd, mae gennym ni ysgolion Cymraeg, ysgolion uniaith Saesneg, ysgolion ffydd ac ati. Ac felly mae'n bwysig i sicrhau mod y fformiwla i ariannu nhw yn cyfoes ac yn addas i'r anghenion addysgol y dyddiau yma. A felly, bob hyn a hyn, mae'n bwysig i edrych ar sut ni'n ariannu'r ysgol, sicrhau bod mae'n mor deg a phosib.
At the moment, the review group comprises around 20 different people, all different stakeholders within the education service. So we have officers from the school service within the council, officers from within the school's finance team within the council, and then most importantly head teachers from primary schools, high schools and special schools. We also have school governors there, representatives of the school forum, and finally, most importantly, an external consultant who the council has provided to help us through this work. About a year ago, the council had a number of reports which showed that too many schools were falling into deficit and there wasn't enough in surplus. And they were concerned about that because if it continued, it would be really great difficulties for lots of schools in the area. As a result, they said, let's have a look at the funding formula, which is the means by which the funding within the education budget is distributed towards schools. Schools agreed that would be a very good thing to do, but also wanted to have a look at whether the overall size of the education budget, the education pie if you like, was of a sufficient size. It was agreed that should be done, so we've been looking over the last year or so at the size of the budget and whether that's sufficient, and be developing what we call the core educational offer, which is what the basis of education should be in the council. What we've been doing so far is to try and work out what we call the core educational offer. That's made up of 4 elements. The first and the largest element is the basic teaching provision. Second one is the extra resources needed for those children with additional learning needs. The third element is the resources needed for premises repairs and maintenance. And the final one is a special category for other things which aren't pertaining to all schools. So for example, dual stream schools, split site schools. Now that we've developed those 4 blocks, we've been looking at how we can distribute the money fairly in an open and transparent way. And we think we've come up with a very good formula to do that. But that of course is going to be the subject of consultation over the autumn term. The big issue which everybody will be concerned about is whether there's sufficient money in the system to meet that core educational offer. If it turns out it isn't, then the council's got some hard decisions to make about either making additional funding available or deciding that we can't meet all of that core educational offer. And that would probably hit things like class sizes, number of teaching assistants, etc.
Wel, mae'r hen fformiwla wedi bod gyda ni am blynyddoedd rwan. Mae neb yn deall yn union sut mae'n gweithio. A mae'r fformiwla newydd yma gobeithio bydd yn llawer fwy syml fel bod y ysgolion a cymuned i gyd gallu deall beth sy'n digwydd. Dwi'n ofni na, bydd y pot o arian yn aros fwy na lai yr un fath ac mae o eleni.
Wel, dyn ni wedi dechrau ar broses ac wedi creu dogfen sy'n rhoi y sylfaen o'r system ariannau newydd, ond wan, dyn ni'n angen proses o ymgynghori. So, dyn ni'n croesawu barn bobl, rhieni, bobl ifanc ac aelodau wahanol o'r cymunedau ysgolion, athrawon a prif athrawon wrth gwrs, i ymuno yn y proses wrth cyfrannu at y proses ymgynghori.